Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and we had a crazy day in the markets today. So there's a lot of stuff that I need to talk about. The first thing I'm going to talk about today is actually UAVS stock. So AG Eagle Aerial Systems had an absolutely destructive day today. So I want to go over what happened first and foremost. And so the reason why we dropped so much is because we had this law office of Howard G. Smith announce an investigation of UAVS on behalf of investors. So if you go through this, it's investors concerning the company's possible violations of federal security laws. Bonita's research published a report alleging, among other things, that AG Eagle was a pump and dump scheme orchestrated by Alpha Capital. And so before we get even deeper into this article, I just want to say that these are the type of articles that short sellers love to put out at very opportunistic times. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that a little bit later in this video. And so if we're just kind of reading the wording of this specific report, a lot of allegations, a lot of what ifs, a lot of possibilities, and so nothing really concrete with UAVS. And so if you go a little deeper into this article, you can see that the report was alleged that an April 2020 rumor of a partnership between Amazon and AG Eagle was started by the daughter of the founder on her personal website and YouTube account. So obviously it was a rumor that they were going to be in a partnership together. And so now this guy is coming back now at a very opportunistic time to put out this short report on possible allegations of security fraud with this company. So I love UAVS for the long term. This is a pioneer in the company that is going to have its ups and downs. And I did sell my position today, and I'll explain to you when I sold it, why I sold it, and why things are always so fishy in the market. And so if we're just kind of going down here, this article wasn't as bad as people reacted to today, but that's just kind of how the stock market works. There's always an overreaction onto some sort of news. And so let's interpret that overreaction here on the charts. So if we're looking at UAVS right here on the hourly time frame, we were trading in this slight bull flag yesterday, and so what we were looking for was a continuation of this pattern, but we did open today underneath this channel. And so I was waiting to see if we were going to claw our way back in, and we did not. We actually broke down from our channel here, and so when we actually back tested, this got rejected. That is when I sold my position here in UAVS. I had a position here at around $11.30. And so I did make a little buck on this one. And so as soon as that article came out, and it came out around here when we were kind of consolidating in this $11 range, it came out and it just accelerated our momentum to the downside. And so this is kind of how the market works, and it seems very manipulative, because why is a short report coming out on a technical breakdown of a chart? Why isn't it coming out when the stock is roaring or another reason? It always seems to come when there's some sort of technical breakdown in the charts. They kind of seize the opportunity to pounce on it. They release something short, and they probably made a whole lot of money shorting the stock. And so that is exactly why we do charting in the first place, why we track stocks, and why we put patterns on them, because it does help you save a lot of money in the short term and the long. And so right now I just added our SMAs to this chart to just show you guys exactly what I'm looking for with UAVS. You can see on the hourly, we are way oversold. We have an RSI of 16. And so what I was looking for today when we got this short sellers report was a bottom here on our 50-day SMA. And that is exactly where we closed. We closed right above our 50 SMA. Do I think this is going to be the lowest we go? I do think we will further bleed down with this one, because the price action did accelerate to the downside, and short seller reports usually linger for a week or two with stock price. What I want to see right now is actually a test of our 100-day SMA, and this becomes a nice little buying opportunity in my opinion, and kind of the first price target that I am looking forward to open a position here in UAVS. I want to see the dust settle, and so what possibly could happen tomorrow is we hold this 50 SMA and we start to make our way up, and then that would mean that this was a perfect time to buy in on this stock. But because the report came out today, I want to find a concrete bottom with this one, and I do think we will see a little bit more pressure to the downside. So I am really watching our SMAs. The reason why I'm watching the SMAs is because when we break a pattern that's been going on for a really long time, it's hard to find any sort of support anywhere else, and so these usually give a good indication of where your support levels are. And so that is kind of how I'm playing this one with UAVS. This is definitely a stock that I want in my long-term portfolio, and so the blessing behind this move is now I will be able to get UAVS at a cheaper price. And so how cheap it is something I can't say, but I do have a target here around $5.50 here on our 100-day SMA. And so it was a very bearish day, a very opportunistic, manipulative day for Bonita's research, very timely. Don't really like these type of moves, but as a trader and as a little guy, the only way we can save ourselves from situations like this is to understand the charts, have stop losses ready to go when need be, and that is a perfect case, and it happened today with UAVS. And so those of you who are still holding UAVS and are down on UAVS, I do think these two areas are really good opportunities to average down your position here at our 50 and our 100-day SMA. Those of you who want to get into UAVS, this 50-day SMA is not the worst idea to open a position in, and then you kind of average down at these two levels of support here at the 100 and 200-day SMA. And so am I saying that UAVS is going to get down here to the 200 SMA? Possibly it could, depending on how readers interpret this article. I just think it's a lot of fluff, a lot of BS kind of just in there, just trying to get this stock down. And they probably made a ton of money off of this little short report. There you guys have it. This was my quick little update on UAVS stock. We had a very destructive day today in the market, down almost 40% here. And so I'm going to keep you guys updated on this one because I am now watching this one even closer to try to get another buying opportunity in UAVS. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. We are on that road to 10K subs. So if you made it to this point, feel free to hit the subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.